Unicorn Circuit.
Welcome to the Unicorn Circuit. We've been away for a little while because we've been busy doing all sorts of things, but we have got a redonkulously huge episode, don't we, Martin?
Fat episode, bursting at the seams, bursting at the pants.
Is it?
Full of awesome stuff for your brain hole.
We've got, there's Mighty Mods news, there's Skid Factory news, there's car news, there's conspiracies, there's weird food,
everything.
there's some mailbag, there's some crap cars that you guys have sent in, all sorts of stuff. It's going to be huge.
And if you've never watched Unicorn Circuit before, well, welcome.
Welcome.
And stay with us, try it out. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it.
That's right. It is an automotive variety show of spectacular extravagance. We usually do it every week, except for when we don't, and then we won't, but when we do, you'll see it. Here you are, the Unicorn Circuit. Welcome. Let's kick right into the news.
We're going to kick off the news with some Mighty Car Mods news. That's that other show we make on that other YouTube channel that some people watch.
I highly don't recommend it.
I reckon you could give that a crack too if you're bored.
You could.
What's been happening in Mighty Car Mods at the moment is Too Sexy, which is my old Lancer. We bought it originally as part of the $3,000 turbo car challenge.
Finally.
The rules were we had to buy
it a Lancer.
It is
You've
a
been
Lancer.
calling it Evo for so long.
Wait.
And you find,
Wait.
is there more?
Just wait, man.
Okay, sorry.
So we bought it as part of our turbo
early.
challenge where we had to spend $3,000 each max on a turbo car. He bought a Saab, which was pretty awesome and comfortable and good in every way.
Thank you.
Actually.
Really?
Such a nice car to
Who
drive.
owns it now? Where is it? We want it back. We'll give you
No, we
$300
don't.
bucks.
No, we don't want it back. No,
Please
we don't
get in
want
touch
it back.
with us.
Anyway, I bought a Sec-Spec Lancer show car.
What's
which is
Sec-Spec,
a
Martin?
weird idea. Sec-Spec is a style, well, it's like a slang term for a style of car modification that was popular in the 90s and early 2000s. I wasn't really there for it because I was like finishing school and like you'd see me in magazines and
it was
stuff. but
expensive.
It was expensive.
It was extreme
And-
automotive opulence.
And what I'll give it was the amount of craftsmanship that went into some of it. So taste aside, whether you like how it looks or not, whether you like chrome and fancy paint jobs and all that stuff,
And dragons
the
airbrushed.
amount of time and money and effort and resources that went into these cars is spectacular. Too Sexy is not the best example of this.
But some people were getting Lancers and they were pumping like 60, 70,
Easy.
80, $100,000 into them.
Easy.
Now, the idea around this was like they believed that they were kind of panty dropping, like that, you know, men and women would see this car and just run naked through the streets.
Keep in mind,
but I don't know if that actually ever happened.
Probably did. Keep in mind, at the time, there were also big car shows like Auto Salon, so you had these once-a-year things that you were trying to aim for, and you were trying to win trophies. It's like a sports event in a way.
Yes, that's right.
In a way.
Didn't we win one once? Or no, we
No,
came
didn't
runner-up
win
or
it.
something?
We didn't even get
Because
runner-up.
we made a show car out of a Daihatsu Cure/Mira/Perodua.
Which-
we'll link it.
Which also happened to
you
be the
can have
very last Auto Salon. I wonder if that was because of our car.
Maybe we wrecked it. Maybe we wrecked Auto Salon. We were actually offered Auto Salon. Remember, we met with the owner and he tried to sell us the Auto Salon franchise. And we're like, we got no money and we don't want it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was awkward. I vomited that night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I remember.
Anyways.
Anyway, so Sec-Spec was the time. So Too Sexy was the number plates that came on the car. I saw it on Gumtree and just had to buy it. There's a long story about it. Go and look up Too Sexy and you can watch way too much.
It's amazing. It's
worth
one of the.
stuff.
It is one of the best series we've ever done. I reckon.
It's pretty epic, the transformation. I just couldn't let it go. So it started as a really ugly Sec-Spec show car, drove it around, we did some challenges. I'm pretty sure the Saab actually beat it.
It did.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Our final challenge was the Saab Wasabi, because we did a JDM Saab.
Of course we did.
That was the joke. We did Wasabi versus Too Sexy live in front of an audience
right.
at Mighty Car Mods Nationals, and I do believe that Wasabi was the ultimate victor. And then I don't know if the deal was that the
50% throttle, sorry,
what we had to.
What was that?
I'm just trying to work out why we kept the losing car.
I don't know.
Certainly the deal shouldn't have been the winner sells their car.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, let's
There's
keep
all
the news
sorts of
moving.
weird deals. Anyway, so Too Sexy's made a comeback. At the moment, the series that we're up to is a little while ago, I took the car up to see Al when he had a spare week because he's a busy dude doing Skid Factory and doing
very
other
busy
cars.
dude.
So he had like
Busy being
he had
clever.
1 or 2 weeks of time and he's like, you got to come now and do it. So I rushed up there. We got Too Sexy done and we've been slowly working on it since then, still working on it at the moment.
Is this week the finale of the particular build?
This is this week, the episode that's coming out this week is the last of building it with Alan, and then soon after we're going to see some dynos and stuff, but that's still all happening at the moment.
Awesome.
So
that's great.
That's
And
the
then
big
you'll
news
have
of
to,
Too Sexy.
I don't know. I mean, what would be awesome is if you had to challenge something else that the Mighty Mods audience hadn't seen yet that was getting done. I don't know, if something like that was happening, that suddenly Too Sexy came back and it was like, wow, here's the thing, and then it gets thrashed by something that no one else knows about.
It's not going to get chopped by anything.
Which is going to be freaking awesome.
Because it's an
people
Evo.
are like, oh, where was I? I've been busy.
Dude, it's a big block Evo.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, okay, cool. Big block Evo. Martin, what else is going on in the news? The Skid Factory, they're over in the United States at the moment. They're hanging with Finnegan.
They're hanging with Finnegan, they're hanging with the guys from Roadkill, and they're participating in Drag Week.
Benny, the mechanical Stig, has taken the Cresta and they're drag racing in America. Now, getting a car from Australia to America is quite a lengthy task, and we are going to be hearing a little bit more about it from those guys because they are going to be making videos that are going to be going up on this channel that you're on right now, MCM-TV2, which is the channel for all the extra stuff in Skid Factory. But it is a big job getting a car. They started months and months ago organising to get the car over to the States, but I do believe, I just read in the Hot Rod magazine, they've done their first pass.
Yes, so the
There's
first
been a bit
pass,
of rain, but they've done it.
They've registered first pass. The really quick idea of Drag Week is that you take your car, you go to various drag racing facilities, but you have to drive your car there, and you've got to take everything you need to fix it with you. So you've got to have a trailer or a boot full of spares, and you're blow an engine, you're only allowed to use the stuff that you've got with you.
Yeah, and the trailer's on the Cresta, right?
That's
right. The Cresta's towing
they
the trailer
put a tow bar on
and then pulling nines or whatever.
So I mean, it was a lot of people watching this show would have helped Benny out to get him there, which is pretty cool. So they're over there at the moment. It's happening. The car's working. It's drag racing, so you never know what's going to happen. But there will be videos when these guys get back.
Hey guys, we're currently at Drag Week 2018 in the USA. We've got the Cresta here. We're towing our U-Haul. It's full of spares.
While we're here, we've met a heap of awesome people. Thanks for coming to say hi. I've been filming the whole thing and it's going to be available for you guys to watch shortly after we return.
Then we're going to head up to Canada. We're going to meet up with some buddies of ours at the Boss Garage. And we're going to do some cool stuff for the Skid Factory, and then you'll get to see that as well.
In the meantime, keep posted. We've got a couple of build reviews going for you guys, so jump on to MCM TV2 and keep on watching.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Amazing. Martin, let's take it into some more general news for a second. Now, everybody knows, of course, when you're talking Audis and Volkswagens,
that you fall asleep promptly. That whoever you're talking to,
they're very quiet and comfortable, aren't they? You can go that fast in absolute quiet comfort. But of course, when it comes to the extreme versions, like of the S3, they've got the RS3, they've got the RS4, which is kind of hot. We'll be talking about that one later, I reckon, Martin, because you love your wagons. The RS6, which is some big, expensive supercar-looking thing. But here's where things get exciting. Volkswagen do make one car that's cool. It's called a Volkswagen Up. And now the Up is like a Euro K car, but they've just announced, to my sheer excitement, that there's going to be an Up R. Now this is like a R edition of an Up. You like that, don't you? A little bit? Do you like it just a little bit?
No, dude.
The R version?
Is it diesel?
Super fast. Let me tell you about
How
the
much
mods
pollution
quickly.
does it put out?
You can get an E-Up as well. That's an electric one. Sounds like a donkey that's choking. E-Up, E-Up. Anyway, listen, so the R edition, I got my hopes up, but this is what you get. Chrome fog lights, R-line badging, a black roof, 16 or 17-inch wheels, and some different bumpers. Interior is the same, engine's the same. You can get a couple of options with engines. It's not any faster.
No big turbo, no nothing.
No
good gearbox, no
so
all drive.
my disappointment is, I mean, not that I would buy one anyway. Now I'm
ready?
just that guy
Ready? We're in an alternate universe. You ready? Okay, I'm just going to say that bit again. So the new Up, it comes with all drive. It's got a bigger engine, big block. It's got a big turbo. Runs on dual fuel. It's got electric hybrid boosty system things. It's got active aero. It's like, and you pay like 20 grand more for it.
And it's got a drift mode as well, which is awesome. You can get little things. All right, let's get back to reality.
And everyone just went and bought one. Hang on. Back
to
reality.
Yeah. No one's bought them. Actually, since 2014 in Australia, they just canned them.
Really? Can't even buy them anymore?
No, they're just like, no one wants these things.
Wonder why.
But it's because they're not doing it right. Martin, can I just talk about not doing things right?
Yes.
And here's where I'm going to tickle your gooch.
Let's go.
All right? I know you're going to...
Oh, wait, that sounds really weird.
Tickle your...
There's a new gooch on Too Sexy as well, but it's a four-way gooch. Because before it was a single gooch, now it's a double gooch because it goes across in a merge collector.
Martin.
Yeah.
I know you're not going to like this, so block your ears.
But I need to hear you.
Turbo Subarus.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. I got one.
Do you?
You love them too, I know you do.
I do as well. Now, I've obviously had that. Rexy had the Forester.
Yep, awesome
Here's the
car.
thing though.
Turbo Foresters are awesome.
Forester XT is awesome. Do you know why?
XT for turbo.
So good.
Yeah.
So let's just not do them.
What?
Let's not do them anymore.
Why?
Because Subaru Australia's no.
Subaru over the whole world or Australia?
I don't know. But I know that Subaru Australia just said no.
Oh, so we don't get
They
them
like
now.
their performance cars, they said. They said they're an important part of their brand. But for anybody that likes a like turbo Subaru SUV
Everyone's
wagony
putting their
thing,
hands up, man.
I just want to.
Who likes going to the snow, who likes boost, who likes performance, they're all like putting their family in there. They're all like, man, Turbo Forester.
Martin, I've got a quote about why they're not going to do it anymore
Hit me.
from Subaru Australia. The XT was a fantastic car and we love it. It was great fun. It was quite unique in the market. I think the reality is, and Subaru's done the exact right thing, which is where the growth or the potential growth or the future growth of Forester is, which is attracting a bigger audience, will come from the core car.
What? What does that even mean?
They're saying, why make a cool one when you can just attract more people by using the normal one?
Are they essentially saying, well, most people don't even know what a turbo is, so we're just not going to not put it there?
I think so.
Because the soccer mum who wants to take her kids to soccer, or the soccer dad who wants to take his kid to soccer is just like, oh, well, I don't care if it's turbo or not. I've heard people say that.
At least you can still get like manual turbo wagons, right?
No, you cannot get manual turbo wagons. They don't exist
No,
anymore.
not from Subaru.
All those Subaru owners from the last 25 years have had these awesome turbo manual wagons. Hello. All of them.
So if you want to buy a new one, what do you buy?
You don't.
What do you
can't.
buy?
You don't. You go and buy an Audi.
Oh, you buy
And get a flappy paddle.
RS4 or something.
Otherwise, you can get one with a Subaru with a CVT in it.
But some people say that CVTs are...
Better. Some people say
no,
they're better, right?
No, the other one.
Worse.
Yes. Because there's a lot of gooch talk on the internet about CVT versus DSG, because DSG seems to be like the clean, refined version.
Well, I mean-
and proof of its performance. If you get like a DSG versus a manual of like a Golf GTI or something, then your favourites. Like the DSG is faster.
Yeah.
So would you take one of these new Subaru wagon things, or would you get, if they were both free, or would you get like an Audi RS4 or something?
Well,
wagon?
see, the redeeming feature is not there, because you go, okay, I'd love my Subaru wagon,
Yes.
and I'd love, to keep it the same and whatever. And you go, okay, you can get it with a DSG, and it's an extra couple of grand, and you can go bop, 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 and roll some gears on your flappy paddles. Like, I still don't love that as much as I
On
love
your
a manual.
Subaru?
Yeah, I still don't love the flappy paddle as much as I love a manual.
Yes.
But I'd have both of those any day of the week over a CVT. That's what they do. Have you driven
right.
one? They just
I've
rev
driven
and
one
stick.
once. Oh, so you'd take a Subaru with a DSG over a Audi with CVT?
Oh yeah, any day of the week.
Oh, so it's all about the DSG for you?
No, it's all about an option that isn't CVT.
Okay.
This is getting confusing.
Yeah, right.
But
But the version is right now, if you had to buy a wagon,
yes, I
you'd
wouldn't
buy an
a Subaru.
Audi.
Well, no. The real answer, the truthful answer is I would buy a Lavorg, and I'd pull the driveline out of Supergramps and put it in a Lavorg.
Okay.
Because then you've got a 6-speed STI manual in a brand new car. That'd be freaking amazing.
What if they just made it? Would you buy
Oh, dude,
one?
no, I wouldn't buy a brand new car like
No,
that.
of course. No one buys a new car.
But I'd
No
wait
one
for it
wants
to
hit
depreciate.
that. Yeah.
I'd depreciate it slightly and then go for it, man.
Amazing.
Because you get all the driver tech, all the newness, but you get a big block engine, you get a turbo. It's sounding a bit like a broken record. Big block engine and turbos, that's what we want.
Martin, let's head to Vietnam.
Yeah, cool.
Tell us about what's going over there.
Well, there's a new car brand in Vietnam called...
The Vin Diesel Fast and Furious, which they have abbreviated to.
What?
They've
It's not
abbreviated.
called that.
It is. It's called the Vin Fast, which I'm sure.
You reckon?
I'm sure is Vin Diesel Fast and Furious. It's like when you go to Japan and you see there's something like it says like Turbo King of Duck. And what it means is the car goes, ta. It kind of sounds like a duck, but it's not quite right.
You could.
It's the VinFast, man.
You could actually be right.
I reckon it's because they picked two fast things and put them together.
Well, I think it's awesome that they're building their own cars. What's interesting about it, though, is they are building old BMWs.
and they're sticking their badge on them.
Well,
Isn't that called badge engineering? I think it's called badge engineering.
badge with a B.
Badge engineering.
It's not what you said.
Yeah.
No,
When you
people
get,
are going to
like, someone
rewind and they're
else's-
going to listen closely, and you did not say badge. You said.
I'm pretty sure it's
Vegemite.
called badge engineering, which is when you just get a badge
God, you can't
and you
say
stick
that
it on
to me.
someone else's thing. I'm sure that's what it's called.
Well, it isn't. It's
Isn't
like
it?
Perodua make Daihatsus, I think. It's the same sort of thing.
but they're not
Everyone
modifying
loves
someone
that.
else's, are they? Isn't that just their badge on someone else's thing?
I think it's like they partner with BMW, they pay a royalty, they go, we're going to sort of remake your car, and we know it's going to work because you've been driving those Beamers for the last 5 years. BMW doesn't miss anything because they're not selling the old one anyway. Makes sense.
So
in
it's
a way,
just an
doesn't it?
old BMW.
It's an older
But they
BMW.
update.
They update. That's exactly right.
I sound like a robot. We're going to cut and insert some weird footage.
We're going to hit boost with the news because there's heaps of stuff to get through. So I'm going to smash a few things out.
On the DSG.
No, we're not going to do that. So apparently a dude stole a Model 3 Tesla using an iPhone. He hacked it, he hired the thing and then hacked it and then re-enabled his phone to be able to start that car because you don't need a key.
Is that true?
Well, maybe. It's a cool story.
It is a cool story.
It's been popping up all over the place, so you can do your own research and decide for yourself. But the funny thing is, he only got busted. He disabled the GPS, clever. But then he got busted because the owners of the car could see where he was using the chargers. Like it went, bing, your car's being charged in.
Oh, so it's like two.
Bing.
It's not just sending power in. It's actually the car who's sending info back to the charger and going, here's
it's always talking to the boss, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how they were able to find this guy who stole it. Like points for ingenuity, but also like you stole a car.
They're tracking
it's
us,
no
man.
different to jimmying a window.
They're tracking us.
Yeah.
I noticed that my vacuum cleaner has been sending data back.
What?
It's been my vacuum cleaner. When you vacuum your house, it's actually scanning it because I saw some like data, like it's got like a Wi-Fi thing on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's this? So I had to Google. Then I went into the menu of it and saw that it's been recording the layout
When you
of
click,
my like
accept,
room.
when you click it, by opening this box, you agree to the terms.
Yeah,
which is we're going
and
to map your house.
it's been scanning my house and then sending it away. That's crazy, man. Anyway, so people stealing cars with Teslas, robots, what else, Martin?
Oh, so then Japan is really, really keen on flying cars, right? They want flying cars.
So they should be, so do I.
So they're joining with a whole bunch of different companies like Uber and who else was it?
It's never going to happen mainstream, by the way. Everyone who's excited, it's never
So
actually going to happen.
they're linked up with Uber to try and make it happen. Now Uber wants to make their own flying car service. They're going to be trialing it in the next 2 years, and they want it commercially done in the next 5. That's
I
not
got an idea.
very
Uber,
long ago.
how
5
about
years
the person
ago.
that's driving your car is an actual Uber person, not renting it off some other fool that has the Uber app and just becoming a taxi again.
There's a whole other
calm down,
conversation
sorry.
about that. 5 years ago was 2013. That wasn't that long ago. 5 years from now, apparently flying Ubers everywhere, especially in Japan. Uber's.
You flew a jet recently.
I did go in a jet recently. That was pretty cool.
Anyway.
That was an albatross. Anyway, albatross because it was Russian or from Ukraine or something. Ubers can often have a bit of trouble finding your location.
Yes.
So if that Uber's flying and doesn't find the right location, potentially it's going to
Go off somewhere else.
You know, are we ready for this? Are we actually ready for this?
Because it'll be like a drone.
What made me think about this was like I was driving our mad Lone Ranger, you know, our big tow use thing.
Yes.
Awesome car. I was driving that, and then I pressed a button, and I thought it was cruise control, but then it started slowing down, and then someone merged in front of me, and it slowed down more.
Oh, it was doing your adaptive
It's got that
thing.
adaptive stuff, so I don't even know it had. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'll use this then. I'm cruising along, and then someone cut me off.
Oh.
And the car freaked out.
Who cuts
slammed
off a Ranger? That's a big car, man. Who cuts off a Ranger?
In this case, it was a little Audi, like A1.
All right.
Yeah, anyway, he was probably on his phone. So he cut off, and the car just freaked out and braked and was like, you know, stuff flashing everywhere. And
Yeah.
it's like the automation is just getting a bit crazy. So if we can't quite get that right, should we be having automated flying things in the air above us if we're still struggling to avoid an Audi?
There is automated stuff in the air already and has been for years. You think about what the military has compared to what we have. I may have spoken about this before. I've got a mate who's a pilot. Once they're at a certain height, like it is automating itself because it can control itself way better than we can. And it's just the idea of autonomous stuff is just seeping into mainstream culture. Anyone who's seen like any of the release game footage from Just Cause 4, it's like it comes with a drone and there's a button on your controller as you run along. Lots of games have had drones and stuff in them. But this is like a new thing where it fights along next to you. Like it's everywhere.
Well,
like drones are everywhere.
I've seen some
it's
drones,
crazy.
like, you know, your average drone costs $1,000, $2,000. I've seen ones that are about that big. They look like helicopters. I think they're worth like $200,000 that the military's using. They're like this big that it photos around. Two more things. Hydrogen cars. In Australia, they're still trying to do this hydrogen car thing. They want to transport the fuel as ammonia and then separate it back into hydrogen when they get to the servo. Every time I see a truck transporting ammonia, it's got massive warning signs. I mean, granted, so does petrol, but it's got these big signs that are like, ammonia very hazardous, don't breathe it, don't touch it, don't thing, gloves this, gloves that. An iPad battery, I would argue, is also dangerous, but I feel like we're a bit further along that road. And ammonia, go to the servo, plug it in, make some hydrogen. I don't know. It feels like this news is from 10 years ago, but it's recent. I'm struggling with that one. And lastly, and this is cool, Ferrari, who make cars that I don't know anything about, they've just got a patent on a new 4-cylinder engine with an electric turbo.
Oh, right.
That's cool because it works a bit differently. It looks like a normal turbo in that the exhaust gas goes through the turbine, spins a thing, but there's no
and
shaft.
it charges up a battery that
Yeah.
then you can charge your iPhone off.
Exactly. Well, rather than having a shaft going through the turbo so that it
joking.
spins one side of the turbine and then spins a compressor and gives you boost when you're into it, it will give you the charge when you're into it. So it'll charge up the battery when you're into it, not necessarily giving you any boost.
Oh, right. I was right. I was joking.
Well, you're actually onto it. And then later, it can use that energy source and then spin the compressor to put the air into the engine, which is what makes it go fast as well on demand. So you don't.
That's pretty cool.
So it eliminates lag. Like imagine you're on the highway and it's just spinning the turbine, making up some boost, and then you want to nail it. There's no like wait for it to spin up. It just goes bang. You got instant boost.
Yeah, wow.
So it's an interesting technology that we'll probably see in one of their cars. They're going towards efficiency hybrids. There's going to be all sorts of rules and stuff coming in for that. But this is something a bit different. It's not just let's throw a hybrid electric motor on the actual thing like in every Camry Uber in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of cool. And
That's pretty cool. The last bit of the news, of course, is a cool little thing that we want to show you that Castrol Edge have released. Of course, for full disclosure, Castrol is a sponsor of Mighty Car Mods. That's the other show that we make. But they recently came out with this really cool technology called Rego to Oil, which shows you all the different fluids and stuff you need for your car by just texting your Rego number to a certain number. So we're going to show you how that works really quickly.
Let's try it.
Because it's a really cool way of, like, if you're servicing your own car, you can literally just enter your Rego number in. It will send you in picture form everything you need to know for your car. So are we ready to go, Martin?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to hit roll on this.
So this works in Australia, obviously, on your Aussie phone, and it goes off your registration to get the info about your car.
Martin, the phone number is, and we'll put it up there for the people, 0452 111
11222.
and then 222. That's
Rego
it.
to Oil. Cool.
And so we're going to put in there
I'm going to put in
19.
This is a Mustang registered in Victoria.
So Pony Mustang, Pony 19. All right, now you hit send, and what you'll see is in just about 3 seconds, network dependent, it will come up with a list of all the different stuff you need
There it is, man.
for your car. So there
Lubricants
it
for your Ford Mustang GT, Magnetet stop start 5W30, Syntrans, it knows it's manual, Transmax Dextral, oh no it doesn't actually, manual trans, auto trans, radiator, and then full fluid details. You click there, it loads up a website and tells you like all the extra
Yeah,
things.
so
like
this here will
coolant
come
and
up with
whatever
an
else.
actual pictorial things of all the different stuff that you need.
It just makes it a bit easier because often that's when you end up at a parts shop going, oh, what do I need? And sometimes they have the books, but they're not always up to date.
Yeah,
they're hard to
exactly.
find. So this just takes a bit of the mystery out of it.
You can also use it just on your desktop, of course, by going regotooil.com.au. Really cool. Next time you're down at Supercheap and you need to buy some stuff for your car, smash it in there or send a message, and there it is. That is the news, Martin.
That is the news.
There it is.
Long
it's time to kick
extended
on
edition.
to, is that even legal?
On this episode in Is That Even Legal, we're going to talk about something that's been all through the news. No doubt you've seen it. It affects cars worldwide and is really important, and that is the whole Takata airbag thing. We've touched on it before, but it's starting to get to the point now where, like, if you haven't got your car checked, you really, really, really need to. There's a website you can go to if you're in Australia called ismyairbagssafe.com.au. So a bit of a public service announcement just to make sure that your stuff's sorted out.
The backstory of this, of course, is that there's a faulty inflator that can send some shrapnel out when the airbag releases. Tragically, just last week, somebody passed away that allegedly is related to this particular incident. So it is something that you need to check.
It's a real thing.
If you
Even
are
in your
the
paddock
owner-
basher, man. Like, you might have a paddock basher, you might, like, I was sort of going through, hang on, what, like, nuggets are around. It's easy to forget, and it's through certain VIN numbers and stuff as well. And there's even just a law that's coming in South Australia, I believe.
Yes, yeah, that's right, and that's what we want to talk about today. The only car that I think that we have that is affected by this is my old Subaru WRX.
And Supergrams, but I'm not on the driver's side as the passenger side one, which
Yeah,
is already
right, okay.
got done straight away.
I don't own that Subaru anymore. It has gone through a couple of hands. If the number plate's still the same, it's CPU43X. If you are the owner of that car, I keep getting automated messages on my phone saying you need to change your airbag. It's prudent for everyone to check anyway, but the point is that down in South Australia from November the 1st, if you have a car that is affected by this recall, it will now be illegal to register your car. You just can't.
Until it's fixed.
Until Until it's fixed. You just can't drive your car anymore.
And there's a very good chance that I think that's going to spread around to other states as well. They're getting on it pretty early. I think there's a very good chance it's going to happen because some people may not even just be aware of it. It is possible to miss this stuff.
Yes, it is.
You know, like if the recall letter doesn't make it, you change address and they can't find you, then it could be a thing.
What could be a good idea is for everybody to share on their Facebook either the link that we have got up here at the moment, or if they don't quite understand what's going on, you can link them to this particular video by clicking share below and choosing that time code so that people can get an understanding of what's going on. The point is, in South Australia anyway, it'll be illegal to register your car from November the 1st if it is not fixed. So get on that and get it sorted.
Cool.
It's time for weird stuff from Unicorn. So each week on the Unicorn Circuit, we try and deliver you some strange thing from the internet. This week, we have something that has arrived in the mail. It has come par avion, and it has come from Braemar, Wiltshire, United Kingdom.
Very United Kingdom-y to me.
It says, please do not bend. Martin, there you go. I don't know what that is.
Oh, yes, this
I
is
don't know what this is. Oh, this is cool. This one says Moog on it. That one says Marty.
This is amazing, dude.
And I do believe
how did we miss this?
someone has... Oh, this is cool. Look at this. That's awesome. JDM mini parking only.
What does yours say? All others will be chopped.
All others will be
And
chopped.
a mirror with the accurate number plate.
That's awesome.
That is so. That's going on the wall downstairs.
Up on the toolbox or something. Or maybe near
I've got
parking.
chop fingers on the front, man.
Yeah, me too.
Sick.
Thank you very much.
Very cool.
Oh, is your name
Yeah,
on
it's
here?
from dude.
Sorry.
It's from Cheryl.
No. Is it really?
It's actually from Cheryl Wilson, artist, designer, and maker.
Cheryl Wilson, artist and maker. You can check out her stuff at lemonslovelyloot.co.uk.
I also think this is pretty cool too.
Every day I'm snuffling.
Every day I'm snuffling. Love it. That's gone on the wall. That's very cool. Thank you very much, Cheryl. What
Thank
a
you,
name.
Cheryl.
I'm sure you're extremely awesome.
Martin,
with a name like Cheryl.
If you guys out there want to send us something, you can.
You can.
You
we haven't
can.
really done that before, but I mean,
we've never done it because we're scared of the amount of stuff that might arrive. If you do send us something, we can't promise that we're going to open it on the show, depending on what it is. But we do have a P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 475, Sydney Markets, New South Wales, 2129 Australia. We're going to put it in the description and maybe we'll open some stuff up on the show that you send us. There it is. Let's kick it right on into my favourite segment of this show, or one of. This is My Crap Car. My Crap Car is the segment of the Unicorn Circuit where you guys send in a video of your car and we share it to the 43 people that watch this show. For a little while, this had a spin-off as its own show. It was its own show called My Crap Car, but now we've brought it back. And as such, we have a public service announcement.
which is, if you're going to send us a My Crap Car and you're doing the YouTube thing and you're doing claims and if you send a My Crap Car,
Martin's being polite.
and then you put it and we put it on the
And then you
Unicorn
copyright
Circuit,
claim us.
and then you do a copyright claim saying that's my video. Well, you're right. I mean, you shot it, but when you put it on a different show and then you copyright claim it and then you try and get Unicorn Circuit on My Crap Car taken down when you
Yes.
knowingly sent it to someone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's the short
there's
version.
no real system for this that works properly, but it depends.
If you're going to send us a video of your car, don't then copyright strike it and ask for it to be taken down. Just have a think before you send it, and we'd love to see it, and lots of people would as well. Make sure you shoot it that way, not that way. Try and get some good audio if you can. And today, Martin, we're going to Vegas.
And just on the end of that, if you get to the end of the video and you're like, hey, if you want to see more of my crap cars or something, like, you can shout yourself out, man.
Oh, totally.
You can absolutely shout yourself out. It's not about that. It's just that the whole game in the weird YouTube system of stuff, it really hurts my brain. Where are we going today?
We're
going to Vegas. No, we're talking to
We're not going to Vegas.
is
but
talking
his
to
name's
us.
Vegas. We're going to the United
What a
States.
legend.
And we're seeing, this is like, I would say roadkill-esque.
Isn't it? They just did one. It's a Biscayne? Bisquin.
I don't know.
Biscayne. Words
It's like
that
a
make
big
me feel weird.
lowrider that was from Chicago.
Do you know
and,
your word, your thing with submarine?
Yes.
What's the word you don't like? There's another word that you don't like.
refreshments.
Refreshments? Submarine and Isn't that the words?
You can't
don't like?
say that.
Yes, you can.
We'll censor both of them.
Why do you have to censor the word?
Yes. Well, now
There's nothing wrong with the word.
Beef.
What is a completely fine word to use? It doesn't mean anything. Like it's a point.
Okay.
Oh, it's isn't it?
Okay.
It's a point. The point of this particular conversation is that it's a Biscayne, which is like an Impala, which is really, really freaking cool, and I wish I had one.
Let's cut to the video. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Marty and Moog, and everyone watching Unicorn Circuit. My name's Vegas from the United States, and this is my crap car. This is a 1965 Chevrolet Biscayne. This is marketed as the poor man's Impala when it was first introduced by Chevrolet. It's currently lower than most stance cars. No shocks in the front, chop springs. The interior was purple and gold. This car spent most of its life as a lowrider in Chicago. I had used Duplicolors, fabric spray, and sprayed basically every inch of the cloth interior to get rid of that hideous purple and gold. Biscayne also came factory with no radio. Something else that's missing, seatbelts. Seatbelts were not a standard option for any Chevrolets in the 60s. I installed the rear seat belts because I got 2 kids and they love riding in the car. One thing the police love is when you go to reach for your registration and there's an alcohol advertisement on the glove box. Oh, there is no glove box. Keep the registration here under the floor mat next to the little trees. As you can see, the car is about 60% primered. It was all primered, then it was all painted poorly, and now I'm undoing that. It's back to primer. Most important thing to keep in the car at all times is starting fluid. You never know when this thing isn't going to start. This is a factory 3-speed manual. It was on the column, is now on the floor, and never wants to go in gear. Now I know what you're thinking. 1965 Chevrolet, epitome of American muscle. It's gotta have something badass under the hood. Is it an SR20, Chevy 350, 454, 2JZ? Let me show you. What we have here is the all original Chevrolet 250Ci inline 6 single barrel Stromberg carburetor. Nothing says power like a single barrel carburetor. You mate that with the 3-speed Saginaw and you'll be going nowhere in no time, that's for sure. He also has manual brake system, no booster, so you gotta pump the brakes or you'll die. No power steering, no air conditioner. On this particular car, has a special feature where any key on my key ring will start the car. Now I know the one thing that everyone's gonna want to know is if this thing can do a skid. My answer, absolutely not. You try to pop the clutch in this and it pretty much just wants to kill itself. So there you have it. Unicorn Circuit. This is my 1965 Biscayne.
So there it is. It was not able to do a skid, but that's a mute point, isn't it?
What's next?
Well, here's what's next. If you would like to send us a video of your crap car, you can send it to mycrapcar@theunicorncircuit.com and then just, troll us by copyright claiming it.
And if you are doing a YouTube thing, just send us your channel thing, and we'll put it in the
We might
description.
shout it out. That's a
yeah,
good idea.
there you go. See?
That's a great idea.
Everybody's happy, and there's no stupid sitting on computers playing the bloody content. Anyway, what's next? Tinfoil hat cat. Tinfoil, are you doing the mouth thing,
I'm not
man?
doing it.
Stop doing the mouth thing with your mouth.
I'm not doing it. Okay, off you go.
Tinfoil hat cat is where we talk about conspiracies that are relevant to. Putting your hand there makes no difference.
I'm not doing
I
it,
can
man.
still
It's
tell
a
that you're doing
Schrodinger
stuff.
mouth.
Oh my
If
God.
you can't see it, it doesn't
Schrodinger
exist.
mouth. Schrodinger
Hurry
mouth.
up, man.
Anyway,
there's no
tinfoil
one
hat
even
cat
watching anymore.
is where this one's dragon, isn't it?
No.
Well, it's not dragon. It's just extended.
Drag battle.
Dragon.
Dragon. Breathe fire. Drag battle. Drag week. Cresta. 9 seconds.
Tinfoil hat cat conspiracy. Let's just. Stop
What's the
there, then.
conspiracy? No, man. We keep. We use it, and you're going to beat
Oh my
that because that's
God.
blasphemous. Okay, this week in Tinfoil Hat Cat, what is it,
Okay.
mate? Tell us the conspiracy.
There's been rumours for a long time that Apple is working on a self-driving car.
they're
It's
not.
been all
Yes, they
through the
are.
news.
That's true.
But there's been no hard evidence. As we know, Apple are very secretive about this stuff. Look, we're bringing a new iPhone 11 that doesn't, hold charge
actually
very well,
an XS.
allegedly. Is there an XS?
I think
Isn't
so.
that funny? It's called XS.
Yes.
Do you think that's kind of ironic a little bit?
No.
Anyway, recently there was some kind of bingle on a highway in California between an Apple driverless car.
A bingle?
A bingle.
Where the
Between
bloody hell are they?
Lara Bingle. There was a Lara Bingle on the highway.
Yes.
And she was wondering where everyone was, the drivers, because there was no drivers, with an autonomous car that was an Apple car. Now, what's happened is because it's gone to court, because someone's suing someone, because America, they've had to get the info, and that info is now public.
Because they tried to put the Apple car in front of the horse.
The Apple cart. Oh my God.
See?
Yeah, and that was not bad.
Thank you.
That was not bad.
Thank you.
I mean, only 5 people who watched this who are over the age of 50 understood that
Yes.
saying.
Thank you.
The Apple
That's
cart
pretty
in front
good.
of the horse.
So what's
In front
the
of
conspiracy,
donkey.
Martin?
So what's come out is that there's actually 5,000 people working on that program at Apple.
Whoa, that's a lot.
5,000, and there's a driverless car apparently getting around the campus.
What
at
sort of
Apple.
car is it? Are they Priuses? They're huge
Well,
over the
so
west
here's
coast
the
of
thing.
America.
So Apple went to a bunch of manufacturers and like, hey, do you want to do some car stuff? And they all went, no.
Did they? That's a bit rude.
Well,
they're not sharing the toys in the sandpit.
Allegedly, they all said no because they're like, we got our own driverless thing. We don't need your iPhone.
There's got to be
version."
someone out there that wants to jump on
Well,
that
there
train.
was, and that someone was VW because
Oh, really?
they were apparently behind a little bit. These other manufacturers are like, yeah, we will come and play with the iPhone.
Wow.
Plug the iPhone into the Volkswagen Up that we don't sell in Australia anymore.
That sounds, because you're Dutch, that sounded like Dutch. Was it meant to be Dutch?
9.
Oh, wasn't it?
So anyway, so we're going to put
wait
the
on,
thing into
iPhones and Volkswagens.
the iPhones in Volkswagen.
That's awesome. Are you excited about that?
Drives around.
Imagine the reliability.
Well, here's the thing, right? So
Oh, and check this
I
out.
wonder if you
Each time
had
you
a
press a button,
ratio.
you go,
as you drive around, I mean, you survey the number of people out there that have VWs and a ratio that own iPhones.
There's a lot of
I'd say
people.
it'd be a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because
What's the
we like
conspiracy
the
again?
Design.
Oh, this is not a fact. This is just a conspiracy.
Well, no, it's a conspiracy because Apple have neither confirmed nor denied.
Oh, okay,
You know,
good.
like it's been
Okay.
like the Apple thing of we don't tell you till it's out, which I actually kind of agree with because it's spoilers, man. No one likes
Yes.
spoilers.
Yeah, except
Unless
the
you got
people
a
that do.
Sex-spec show car with a massive spoiler.
Yeah.
Some people like spoilers.
There it is, Martin. Thank you very much for sharing. It's now time for anyone over the age of maybe 20 to close the video because we're getting into Fanking.
So true. It's so true.
If you
it's
were
so
watching,
juvenile, but so funny.
Mum or Dad, thank you and good night.
Except they probably are watching, man. I'm going to get the phone call. You know your phone always rings and it's always your mum?
Oh, sometimes. No.
Now, what did they mean when they said sausage fingers? What is a sausage finger and what does it mean exactly?
Anyways, here it is. Let's do Fanking.
Sorry, mum.
Of course, fanking is the delightful art of recontextualizing a product by taking a photo of it down near your crotch. You can fank publicly for bonus points. You can fank in the hardware store. You can fank in the European condiment
There's also
aisle.
the thumb technique where you can thumb over a part of the title to make it more relevant or less relevant if you want.
You can double fank, and some products were just made by some dirty advertising agency people who probably thought that they would get more attention by calling their
They just slip
thing
it past
like
you.
the long cock sausage.
Slip it past you.
Something.
Yeah, big time.
But it didn't work because here we are to talk about how it did work. Get your laughing gear around that. First of all, here we go, people. We've got beet meat. Look how 80s that is. Look how 80s beet meat is.
What does it say? Chili con carne? Is that what it says?
I think chili con carne is like meat with chili in it.
Oh.
I think. I don't know. We don't see over here. Chilies is a little red hot thing. I think in America, chili means like a meat and chili mix.
It's in South America, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. It's a different thing. Anyway,
That's Chile.
Next up, mate. This is arse and face cleaner. Well done. There's some double fingering going on there.
Wow.
Martin, that's the arse clean.
So reliable, this
Just
window cleaner, isn't
3
it?
in 1. Look at that. Martin, this is the tender jerk. That's great. That's so great. Do you like jerking?
Dude,
I don't really like it,
you
man.
can't say that.
Do you like jerky? I don't like it. Do you? In America, I saw turkey jerky.
You saw a turkey jerking.
No, turkey jerky.
Oh, I thought you said you saw a turkey jerking.
No, I saw turkey jerky. It's a thing.
Oh my God, everyone over the age of
people eat
15 is
that.
tuned out. I'm sorry.
Here we go. Right on dick. Good. There we go. That's a good fingering technique right there. That's the wet area. There you go.
He's been to Bunnings.
There you go. Martin, this is a major dick blend.
What does that actually say? Major what?
Major dick blend.
What do you think it said?
Incomparable world blend, rich, complex, and full bearded.
I really do enjoy
full-bodied.
reverse engineering thanks, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
As in, what was it before it was
Yeah.
fingered? I don't know.
Major
Martin.
Dixon. Major Dickman. Major Dickman.
Major Dickman
Major
blend.
Dick, man.
Martin, this is the long-lasting D.
That's
Look
a
at
lot
that.
of fingering and thumbing
That
technique, but that's
person's outside.
highly effective.
Nice bracelet. Here we go, mate. This is, what's this one? Thick and strong. Straight up.
Got to care for your men.
Man plus care. Thick and strong. Martin, this is the Nut Bandit. Look at him.
Nut Bandit.
Look
That
at
looks a
him
bit
go.
homebrewy to me.
That's the Odd Side Ales Nut Bandit. Who knows about that?
Well done.
Well
I
done.
believe a squirrel would be a bit of
Mine
a
is
nut.
the big nut sponge. It's just for soaking it all up after
There's
you
a
washed
lot
your
of
car.
quality fanks this week, man.
There is.
We're not scraping any barrel here.
No, not at all. This is quality. Martin, this here is not exactly a fank.
So
but
what-
it's in there
what's
as a
the
notable
relevance?
mention because it's bone coffee, but it's electric unicorn fruity cereal.
I'd wrap my laughing chops around that.
Now,
Except
but
it's a
down
coffee
here
though.
it says whole bean and ground, but it says fruity cereal.
Oh, so now you can tick which one it is, right? You can tick, mine's a whole bean or mine's ground. Because then they ground. Remember back in the old days, you could put the coffee thing in the shop and then grind it up and put it in the little bag.
No, because I never did it. Don't
Neither
drink
did
coffee.
I. I don't
I've
drink
tasted
coffee
it, but
either.
I don't like it.
Does anyone here drink coffee?
Five
people
coffee
left.
tastes a little
4
bit.
out of the 5 people that are here drink coffee.
Really? It tastes like a troll's foot. Like an
I agree.
actual
No, it tastes like the sock
Lord
that
of
they
the
wear
Rings.
and then wrung out.
No,
and then
that's
mixed
what
up.
that's what's that carver. Have you had carver in Fiji?
I didn't try
It's
it,
like
no.
a drug that it's like a
peppery,
root
isn't
of a
it?
plant, a pepper thing.
Yeah.
Makes your tongue go weird. That tastes like a sock, a marathonic sock.
Oh.
42 k's later.
Oh.
The micro P.
It's
There
salty.
it is.
It's salty as well.
Maggi. Is that Maggi? Is that what they call Maggi over there, or is that
Maggi
Maggie
somewhere
or
else that
Maggle?
isn't here.
Something.
Doesn't look like that for us.
Martin, this is the finest herbal cock. There you go. Look at
But
what
I
is
don't
that
understand
drink?
the reverse engineering of that. What did that say?
Cocky, maybe? Cockle?
Cockle?
Cox original? I don't know, mate. We're down near the pointy end now, mate. This is the big pink beast. Look at
How
that.
is that not Fank of the Week?
Oh, wait.
Is Fank of the Week good?
Fank of the week is damn good. This is the horny man's anus.
What?
Well done. And that looks like, in the background there, Nutella. Nutella's
It looks
not
like
big here. but in
Nutella
Europe-
though, doesn't it? It looks
Yeah,
like
it looks like something that's not.
Not Ella, which is what I'd call it.
Next up, we've got big nuts.
Nice
Just
and
classic.
simple, yeah,
Well
straight up.
done.
Good stance, man.
And now,
Loving the
good
stance.
stance. Now it's time for Fank of the Week. Martin, can we have a drum roll, please? Fank of the Week. Stiff, sore, and sorry. Well done. Now,
Wow.
of course, you don't need to email us your thanks. You can just upload them directly to the best Facebook page in the universe, which
Best
is
one ever.
facebook.com/Fanking Daily.
And it's not trying to advertise to you, is
No,
it?
no, it's not.
Except
There's no agenda. It's not monetized, and there's no. It's not sponsored.
No one's
in any
buying a
way.
yacht from that thing.
No,
Never,
they're not.
ever is that going to happen.
So
I don't have a
you,
yacht.
of course,
Do you have a
can
yacht? I don't have a
upload your things. No, I don't. I had a Hobie cat for a little while
What's
ago. It's like a cat that you put a little saddle on, you ride him around, a little hobby cat.
Oh, mad.
No, it was a boat.
Oh,
it was a little 14-foot catamaran.
Oh, that's cool.
I think I told you about it. My friend fell asleep on it, chucking a leg spread, and had to go to hospital afterwards because he got
sunburn.
like a big sunburn blister inside his leg. He was flapping around in there. Anyway, that was kind of a story for another time. Martin, it's time for mytown.
mytown. mytown is a delightful section of the Unicorn Circuit where you take us to your town. It happens to be my absolute favoritist section of all time.
Except you
I
don't.
love it.
Except you
I
don't.
love seeing it. I love seeing all these awesome
Except we
places
won't.
that all these fans are from.
Except you can't.
I love seeing their cars.
Except
I love
we
going on
won't
tours. I love
see it,
seeing the weird
'cause
stuff
it's not
from
gonna
around your
happen.
town. Your town might be like the
Because
little
you
tiniest
did
50-person
not
town in the
send
world.
us
It might have a
anything.
general store and
You
nothing
didn't
else.
send us
Show
anything.
us.
This
Take
show
us there.
is so
Show us
good. We don't
everything.
even show
Take
the
your
stuff
mates
that
out.
we're
Just
meant
go
to
out
show.
for like
There is
20
no
minutes. You can
mytown
go out
this
for
week
20 minutes. You
because
can
you
drive
didn't send
around.
us
You can film
anything.
some stuff. You can
Send
show
us
us like a
your
takeaway. Eat some of the
videos
local
to
food.
mytown
Show
at
us the attractions.
unicorncircuit.com, and then next week we'll actually have something to show. Thank you. Time to kick in to Random Eat Bag. Each week we close this fine
Highbrow.
culture shifting.
I was going to use the
show.
word cultured.
This socially responsible,
Socially responsible.
vegan, solar powered,
Solar-powered. I'm just repeating what you're saying to try and sound smart.
socially
correct.
politically unbiased,
Unbiased.
entertainment extravaganza
Ad-free.
of social proportions.
It's just changing.
I don't think it is ad free.
Oh no, there's probably an ad on the front.
There's
isn't
probably
there?
an ad on the front, and there might be one in the middle if YouTube puts one in there. They might. It's not ad free, is it?
Well, no. But Fanking is ad-free. It's product. No, that's full of products.
No, but we don't.
We're
endorse
surrounded
them.
by products,
We don't
man.
endorse them.
There's
Anyway,
products everywhere.
Let's finish this show. Each week we try and eat something.
snuffling.
And this week, boom.
What do we
This
got?
is our unicorn food bag. Taste the magic.
And
there
this
it
is,
is.
This is where we can sample things that you may or may not send us.
This is cool,
from.
Martin.
This is from overseas.
This is El Charrito Snacks. This is Mexican candy.
We did Mexican candies. Remember when we were buying that car?
Oh
And we
yeah,
ate those
yeah,
weird
they were
candies?
weird.
These aren't the same.
But
are
how
they?
good's this? They're called Bobo.
Are you sure these aren't the same?
No, these are something
I
different.
know they
man.
do look different. Completely different.
So, are you familiar with these
Boo Boo
snacks? You
Lubu.
can have your own, Martin. These are, so this is Boo Boo Lubu. It's strawberry gummy candy and marshmallow with chocolate flavoured coating. It's artificially flavoured, of course. There's 140 calories. It says new image. Now, new image normally means you get a haircut and trim your butt hairs, but I think they mean it's like a new...
Trim your what?
new image.
You trim your what?
You had a trim...
Did you say what I think you just said?
No, I'm just saying normally if someone says
Did
they've
you
got
say
a new...
trim your nose hairs?
No, your butt hairs.
What?
Or your back, your face, your hair, your balls, anything. But when someone says that they've got a new image, they're normally shifting everything. They're not wearing this.
Do you know what it's
Kmart
called? Do you know what
rubbish
it's
that we've
called
been
when you
wearing for
wax your
years.
entire body head to toe?
It's called, isn't it called a wax back and crack or something?
Boo Boo Lubu.
Is it?
Yeah, just made that up.
Anyway, so this is a Boo Boo Lubu, and it's probably out of date.
It looks
for
very out of
sure.
date.
But we're going there anyway.
We're still going there.
So thank you very much.
Thanks for
everyone.
joining
look,
us
is yours circular?
on this cultural
Like that?
journey.
Is it yours circular, or is they've got maggot in the post? So there it is, marshmallow, a bit of strawberry. Thanks for watching. That's really good.
That's so good.
That's exceptional. Well done. Well done.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna get myself some more Boo Boo Lubu.
We'll be back again next week.
Will we?
Or we won't. But
We might be filming a car or something,
yes,
because that's usually what we like to do.
I think, and this is a little treat, just for the people who have stayed here for this
No one's
long.
stayed this long. It's literally you and me watching this back. 2 views.
Have you heard
What?
about those weird
ASMR videos where people just whisper and they do things like go. It's really, really weird. And they're like even more popular than like our other show is. They just whisper. And they like it. Anyway.
No, I haven't.
So.
This is super awkward, dude.
I know, it's super.
I don't love it.
Next week.
We're not doing
next
no,
unicorn
we are
circuit.
not doing. No, dude.
We
talk about
are
this.
now
No,
committing.
cut this.
No.
Cut this. I'm going to say over and over, so you have to cut it.
Good news for I do have some good news for everyone.
See, no one heard any of that because I just.
No, but
I use
look
that
at this.
word
No,
over.
no, this is what I'm about to tell them makes this whole thing worthwhile.
This is amazing, dude.
From
Far out.
around about maybe next week in about a week's time. Mighty Car Mods, that other show that we're making, it's going to be coming out 2 times a week. It's going to be coming out on Mondays and it's going to be coming out on Thursdays. Just for a couple of weeks because we've got a new project starting. And then the Skid Factory will also be coming out and maybe there's a unicorn circuit. We're talking 3 or 4 videos a week. But I'll tell everyone more about it on Facebook.
Oh, I dropped my